can help you along the way. You can have your pity party for like 5-10 minutes, right? You cannot sit in this forever and think that this is just the way it's going to be for you. And you can wallow in it and you can be sad for a little bit of time, but then you have to pick yourself back up and you have to move on past this and make your life better. Because we've all been through setbacks, divorces, personal relationships, people get fired, they lose their job, they lose their employment. And as much as many of us don't like to think it, our employment is our identity. It's part of our being, what we do. So how you move on forward from this setback is going to determine the course of your life moving forward. How can you take what you've learned? Is it a matter of in the future you need to save more money? How can you do something to help your self-esteem, to get your confidence back in yourself and your abilities? Learn something new. Learn how to do something new that you've always wanted to do. This is a little bitty self-esteem building tactic. It's a little tip to help you feel good again about yourself and to start being realistic about what you can do, what you've been through, and where you can go. A lot of people, you've always had a passion. You want to learn how to do something. It could be weightlifting. It could be journaling. It could be painting. It could be, you want to learn how to do something. And that is a great tip to first start getting your self-esteem back. You want to learn more about investing money. You want to learn how to start a business, how to start a side hustle. Now is the time to take this setback and make it positive into a positive change for your life. Another thing that you have to do is learn how to forgive yourself. You have to realize that if you had any part in this, that it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. We've all made mistakes. And if you had any part of it, forgive yourself and begin to start to heal and move on. And another great tip is to learn from your mistakes so that you don't keep making the same mistakes again. And, if it was a financial situation, can you save more? Is there a way that you could prepare yourself in case something like this were to happen again? If you run a client-based business and you had no way to reach out to your contacts, maybe you didn't have people's phone numbers or email addresses and you had no way to touch base with them during this past 9 weeks. That's something you can learn from for the future to build up your email list, to build up your contact list. And folks who were able to reach out to their clients or customers or potential customers during this time were at a little bit of an advantage because you can have that human connection. So that's something that you can learn from this whole COVID situation and improve upon in the future. Another thing that you have to do is learn from this whole process and what you can do better and differently. And it's okay to sit in something and give yourself permission to acknowledge the fact that, hey, I could have done some things better. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's, it's just what happened during this COVID and Corona situation. So taking this setback and making it a comeback for your life is really a defining moment. And how you move forward, doing things differently, realizing where you've been, what you could do better or different in the future. And take this time to allow this process, this whole pain, this whole, shutdown of the country, the world, finances, everything, and turn that into your future, because now you've learned what could happen, right? We've all learned something from all of this. And now you've learned how you can maneuver differently. Being able to pivot and being able to change things up is a gift that you have right now, that we all have, that we've learned some things that didn't work so well for us. We've also looked at some things that we can do better moving forward. And if this should ever happen again, what if things get shut down again? Do you have a plan? Is there something that you learned during all of this that you could do differently, that you could do better? Share that knowledge with other people, y'all. What we've been through is like nothing else. Our great grandchildren will talk about Corona of 2020, this is a life-defining moment right now. And I believe that it's important for us to share with each other our experiences, to share what we've learned, to understand that moving forward, we can do things a little bit better and a little bit differently than we did last. These are lessons to teach your children how to be smart with money, how to save for a rainy day. And the rainy day, we're living the rainy day, right? That's not just a philosophy that our parents have always taught us to save for a rainy day. No, the rainy day was real, and it's still here, and it's still happening. So how you take this setback and turn it into your comeback is my message for you today. Think of different ways, think of new ways to do things, how you could have done something better or differently. Reach out to your customers, your clients. Make sure that you have their email addresses. Make sure you have their contact information so that if you ever need to reach out to folks that you can. And if you in a service industry, tell them to come see you. Let them know that you're reopening. If you're a bartender, if you're a DJ, if you are a caterer, if you sell a product, let people know that you're back in business. It might look a little bit different right now. It might take a little bit more time to get their orders filled, but this is the time to get in front of people. People want to spend their money. They're going to start opening up more things, and you want to be at the forefront of that. You want to be able to say, hey, come see me. I'm offering a discount right now. Whatever it is that you've taken this time to learn differently, to build, to grow, to scale your income, your business. Maybe it's time for a second job. Maybe now is the time that, I've got to hustle for the next 6 months to put food on the table and to make sure that things stay the same for you and your family. And that's okay. That's something that we've all learned. We've all had to make adjustments. Being able to pivot and transition and do things differently is a good thing. So I have a lot of folks too that are on fixed incomes, older people who, they have been smart with their money all this time, but now they're going through it. So is there any other things that you can do if you have elderly family members, to help folks out? And I feel like sharing our experiences, sharing the information that we've learned with each other is going to be so important and so helpful to get the economy back up and running, to get folks back up where they need to be. And this is an important time for all of us to reach down and see who we can help and who we can share things with. Get in front of your customers, get in front of your clients, get in front of your friends, let them know if you're back up and running, and take this time to use what we've learned to our advantage so that it doesn't happen to us again. If they shut things down again in 6 or 8 weeks, what are you going to do? Is there some kind of business that you could do online to make money? I will send it out again. I screenshotted it a few weeks ago. Things and businesses that don't take any startup cash. You can do these things on the side to make extra money, to make ends meet. And that is the most important thing right now is survival for you and your family. And take all that we've learned and make this into a success story instead of just taking it as a setback and letting it hold you back from doing new and different things in the future. So I hope that this was helpful. Bye, guys.